Good morning students and welcome to the data visualization third tutorial, and I also want to recommend you to go through the previous tutorials that will help you to understand the current lesson in more efficient manner. So our today's topic is bar chart. So what is a bar chart? See, bar chart is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights and colors. So to display this bar chart, we can use the bar function. Bar function is available in the matplotlib .pyplot library. Like all of you are very much familiar with the function plot. Plot function is basically used to draw a line chart or a points only, markers only. But bar chart is basically available to draw the bar graphs. Now I'll show you one example for this. Check the first example. Initially I have imported matplotlib.pyplot as PL. Then I took two lists, A is equal to 123 and B is equal to 246. Then for the title I wrote here pl.title bar chart. That's why you can see at the top of the chart the title is appearing bar chart. Now along the x label x axis and along the y label y axis is appearing. Now pl.bar, I have used the bar function instead of plot function. Then a comma b. That's why a points will be considered as my x coordinates and b points will be considered as my y coordinates. Now you can see the nature of the bar plot is the first coordinate should be 1, 2. That's why along the x-axis 1.0 and along the y-axis 2. Okay, the bar is drawn like this. For the second point, the coordinate should be 2, 4. That's why along the x-axis 2.0 and along the y-axis 4, the bar is drawn. So like this bar chart will be formed. Then I mentioned here the legend function to give a legend. This is the legend at the top left corner. At last I have used the show function to display the chart. So this is the program. I believe all of you can able to understand this. Now I'll come to the next topic. Changing the bar width and bar colors in the bar chart. Like suppose if you want to customize your bar chart. So here for this purpose, firstly suppose you want to change the bar width. For that purpose you can use the width attribute in the bar function, not in the plot function. It will be in the bar function. Just check how to use this. Check this example. Suppose I have a list called city and there I have three different cities name like Kolkata, Delhi and Mumbai. Then I have a separate list called temp. It represents the temperature and the possible values are 35 for Kolkata, 42 for Delhi and 29 for Mumbai. Then I've mentioned the title function and I gave the title as bar chart. Then along the x level I mentioned the cities. You can see along the x-axis cities and along the y-axis temperature will be displayed. Now pl dot bar then city comma temp. That means along the x-axis this city values will be taken like Kolkata, Delhi and Mumbai, these three. And along the y-axis their corresponding temperatures will be plotted like 35 for this one is 42. It's slightly greater than 40, that's why 42. And for the third one is 29. And then I have used the legend function and at last I have used the show function. Now I'll come to the next program. Now see, in the previous program, for all the bars, the width is fixed. Now suppose if you want to change the width, as I told you, you can always pass an attribute called width, and this width equals to, you need to write a value that should be a decimal point value, like 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, like this. A float value you need to mention here. Now suppose if you mention here the width equals to 3, you can able to see that the thickness of the bars will be decreased than the previous one. Now suppose if you write here that 6.6 and then if you run it, see, it will be increased, but still it is less than the default one. Now here you can always pass a value in between 0 and 1. If you just try to write here 1.0 and then if you run it and see, then this will become a histogram in nature. That means all the bars will be combined together, there will be a no gap. So that's the maximum value. So again I'm changing it. Suppose I'm writing 0.8. So that will be the 0.8 value. So like this you can able to change the width of the bar. Now suppose if you want to change the width of each bar in a separate value. That means see this chart, the next program. The first bar is the width I have set it as 0.3. For the second bar I have set the width as 0.5, and for the third bar the width is 0.8. That's also possible. Now see how to do that. Just mention here the width attribute is equal to, then within third bracket, then pass one value for each of the bars. Now suppose, see that if I pass here two values, then you'll get an error message because you have 3 bars and you are passing 2 different values. That's not allowed. You need to pass 3 different values for 3 different bars. Like this you can customize the width of your individual bars. Now I'll come back to the next topic. The next topic is the color. How to change the bar colors. See, like the line color, you can use the same color codes to change the bar color. That is also possible. Or you can use the colorful names or the hexadecimal color strings. So how to do it? See, I'll show you with an example. See, I've used the same program with the previous one. Just the only difference is here I have mentioned the third attribute in the bar function is called color. And you need to remember one thing here. The color spelling should be COLOR, all in small letters, is equal to within double quotes R. That's why my bars are appearing in red color. You can write any other. Suppose if you write instead of R, if you write here M and then if you run it, you'll get a magenta color bar. So you can write any color code like the previous tutorial. Now instead of writing the color code, if you want to write the full color name, like here I have mentioned green, that's why the green color bars are appearing. It's also allowed. And not only this, you can also write the hexadecimal color code. Here you can see I have passed a hexadecimal color code string, that is hashtag 808000. This is a hexadecimal color code string for the color olive. That's why the bars are appearing in olive color. So like this you can change the colors of your bar. Now suppose if you want a different color for each of the different bars, that's also possible, like the width attribute. So here what you can do, it just you need to write the color attribute equals to, then within a third bracket in a list format you need to mention the color names for each of the bars. And you need to remember one thing, you need to mention the 3 color codes here because there are 3 bars are present. That means the total number of colors should be matched with the total number of bars. Otherwise, you will get an error message. So I believe all of you can able to understand this program. Now I'll come to the next topic. Then display the multiple bar graphs, public charts simultaneously within a same program. See how to do it. Suppose like the multiple line charts, you can, if you want, you can use the multiple bar graphs also. Check the program. Here I took 3 different lists. First one is a city and its values are 1, 2 and 3. And then next one is temperature. I took 3 values are 35, 42 and 29. And for the third list I took here humidity. HUM stands for humidity, that is 67, 41 and 26. These are the corresponding values. Now firstly I have put at a title, then along the X label I have mentioned cities, along the Y label I have mentioned temp. You can check the changes. Now then pl.bar I have mentioned city, temp, and then width equals to 0.3 or 0.3 and you can write. Then colors I have used here customized color. This is the first color, that's a color code for blue, and then next one will be green and third one will be red. Now in the next line I have mentioned another bar function, pl.bar, then city, humidity. This time instead of temperature I wrote here humidity, and then again the width is equal to 0.3 and then the color code is B means blue, then Y means yellow and M means magenta. These 3 bars are appearing. Now the problem is that the second bars will be superimposed on the first bars. That's why you cannot able to see the first bar for the city and temperature. You can see the first bar color is blue. Okay, totally it's blue. For the second bar also just a little bit green color is displayed. That means these 2 bars are just coincide with each other. That's why it's like this. Now suppose if I make the second line as comment, if I just ignore it, then see the first bars will be appearing for city and temperature. These bars are there, and if you again activate it, then you can see that the second bars will be plotted on the first bar. That's why we cannot able to see it properly. Now what is the solution for this? Just see how to solve this problem. I'll come to the next example for that. See here the basic portion is same with the previous one, just I have changed a little bit here in the second bar function. So what I have done, initially I took a NumPy array called city. Okay, here in the previous program I took the city as a list. Now we cannot able to add a scalar value with a list, all of you know that. That's why I took here a NumPy array. For NumPy array the scalar operations are possible. We can add a scalar value with each individual element of the NumPy array. That's why I took here city, and city is equal to np.arange 1, 4. That means the range that is generated is from 1 2, 3. That means 1, 2 and 3. These 3 points will be there in the NumPy array. These are exactly same like the previous program. You can check 1, 2 and 3. But the only difference is in the previous program the city is a list, and in the present program city is a NumPy array. This is the Now I took two different lists for the temperature. This is exactly like the previous program, and humidity. This is also like the previous one. Then I have mentioned all these attributes: title, X level and Y level. This I believe you can able to understand by yourself. Then I have plotted the first bar as it is. There will be no change. You can able to see it and tally it with the previous one. Just both are same. But for the second bar function, what I have done, I have added 0.25 with the city. Now why I have done it? Because if I omit this value, if I just write here city comma humidity, then all of you know that what is going to happen. The second bar values will be coincide with the first bar values. That's why we cannot able to see the first bar values properly. Because for the first bar, this olive color, you can see its size is less than that blue color. So that if that blue color bar will be collide with that bar, then we can able to see only the blue color. This thing we cannot able to see the previous one. That's why what I have done. So for the previous bar, that means for that olive color bar, the city value is 1. But for this blue color bar, what I have done, I have increased its value a little bit. That is 0.25. That's why this bar will be shifted 0.25 points. That means not only with the first value, because city is a NumPy array, and if you add some value with a NumPy array, so that particular value will be added with each individual elements. You know that. So that's why all the bars that belongs to the second bar function, their city values will be shifted 0.25 point. That's why we can able to see both the bars separately. Now suppose if you want to increase it, if you just write here instead of this, if you write here 0.3, then you can see like this. So by adding any scalar value with the original points, you can able to plot the multiple bars simultaneously under a same frame, and both the bars will be not collide with each other. But there will be a disadvantage also, just as all of you know that for both of these bars, like the olive one and blue one, for both of them the value is 1.0, but actually the olive one is representing the point 1.0, but the blue one is not. It's a little bit cider. That means you can say that it's 1.25 or 1.35 or 1.30, whatever the value is there. So that you have to understand. Now we'll come to the next topic, that is how to create a horizontal bar chart. Now I believe all of you have observed that till now for all the bar charts, the bars are vertical in nature. Now suppose if you want to create a horizontal bar chart like this one. So how to do it? See, for this purpose there is another function available in the PyPlot library. The name of the function is called bar h for horizontal. That means bar horizontal. This function you can always use to plot a horizontal bar chart. Like check the example. I have used the same example like the previous one. Initially the city is a list that represents the three different cities name, and then temperature, that is also representing the temperatures of three different cities. Then I have mentioned the title, X level and Y level. and then PL dot bar H, that means horizontal bars I want, density comma temperature. And see, basically what is happened here, the whole x-axis will be shifted to the y-axis and the whole y-axis will be shifted to the x-axis. That means just the axis will be like, see this one here, just compare this bar with this one. Just what will happen here, both the axes will be inverted, and like this we can able to create a horizontal bar chart. Now I'll show you another example for this multiple bars. See here, what I have used is, initially I took a NumPy array a is equal to np dot a range 3. That means the range that is generated here is 0, 1 and 2. Total 3 points are there within A. Now in B, I took a nested list where each individual element is also another list. Now suppose B0 is this first list 2, 3 and 4. Then B1 is this list 8, 9 and 7, and B2 represent this list 4, 6 and 5. Now if I write here PL dot bar then A comma B0, that means A is plotted with B0 and the width I have changed, that is 2. For the second one, PL dot bar A comma B1, and for the third one A comma B2. In all the cases I have mentioned the width equals to 2. So what is happened here, all the bars are collide with each other, that they will be superimposed to each other. That's why we cannot able to locate them properly. But if you just check the value points, see, just if you put the lower value range at the last, so that will be placed at the top layer. See, now what will happen if I run this? Now see, you can able to understand all the three different bars together. So what I have done here is, the bar that have the less values like 2, 3, 4, I have placed it at the last. That means this bar is plotted at the last. That means the green bars are represented by this one. Now for the mid-range value, this one 4, 6, 5, this I have placed in the middle position. That means this bar is placed at the middle layer. All the bars will be plotted in different layers, one on another, like this. So this is one way by which you can draw multiple plots, or as I told you, just if you add a particular value, just if you write here plus 0.2 and here the last one plus 0.4, then if you run it, then also you can able to segregate all the bars separately. So that's all about bar chart. I believe I have covered all the topics today. Thank you.